we're going to go ahead and do is kind of showcase how I normally would do Act 2 here on a new character. Keep in mind this character has some items like Skin of the Loyal and Silver Branch to kind of ease things through here. Generally, on a league start or something, I wouldn't be breezing through like I am here. But this is a build that I've never played before. It's going to be a Burning Arrow Elementalist using Golems. Kind of interested in it. I always liked making Golem builds, and I've never really gotten enough to make enough of bow builds, which is just a shame, honestly. So generally what I like to do when I'm doing this Act 2 here, I like to go through and go up to the top right first. And the reason for that is a lot of the builds that I play use heralds. You get your first heralds if you go up here. And it also kind of gives you a better flow in my opinion. I'm not sure what the top racers do, but I just feel like this is a really easy flow here for me personally. And you'll just keep going up here into the crossroads. Now, I'm not going to go through the ascendancies on where they are and stuff like that, because I've already done them on this character, and I really don't feel like doing it again. But I'll show you which ways you need to split off, and I'll tell you the areas of where they're supposed to be. So you want to make sure you come and grab this waypoint here, and then the reason this is the crossroads is because this is the actual crossroads. So if you go to the bottom right here and you follow that down, that's going to take you into another area. You'll go down through there and then down into a crypt. You just follow the road at the end there, and that's where you'll go. I believe it's on level 1 there, and you'll have to go through there and you'll avoid all the traps, get to the end and click the stone. It's really easy. My personal opinion is it's not very fun. I absolutely hate doing labs. I don't think they're fun. I don't think they really bring anything to the game in a fun way. That's my opinion though. I know a lot of people actually enjoy that. I just don't. Especially like the lab runs in general. They're just so boring to me. And really the worst part about it is I'm generally a softcore player, so doing the softcore stuff and then having to restart if you die. Most of my builds leveling are extremely squishy. Like you see here, I'm still using the starter flasks because I'm dumb. But anyways, enough of that rant. We're back to the Chamber of Sins level 1. I generally try to go to the top right as soon as I zone in here, and try to kind of follow the wall around here to see if I can get to the stairs that'll go down. I'm just gonna avoid doing these league mechanic things here.
I barely recognize myself.
So as you see, it popped up on the screen. Down here's the stairs to level 2. Alright, so down at level 2 here, generally I'd never have a good pattern for this place. I'm always ending up getting lost in some way, which is extremely unfortunate, but it is what it is. So just go around here. Again, I'm going to avoid the league mechanics. Here's the trial, so make sure you do this if you haven't done your ascendancies yet on the league that you're playing. Like I said, there's nothing to them. They're real easy. You just walk around, avoid traps. They're kind of a pain if you don't update your flasks, which I never do. Probably should though. This stuff's starting to hurt a little bit. So realistically here, we already found the one thing to do down here, which is that ascendancy. So now we just have to kind of find the next spot, which looks like right here. So if you come across a place that has like a bend like this and then a straightaway, you know that's the place you have to go. So this is the way that we have to go to get to the final boss here to finally get, I think it's the gem.
When I'm ready and not before.
And we'll have to get that gem. This guy can actually do quite a bit of damage if you're not paying attention. He just kind of walks around using a lightning strike, so make sure you avoid that. Make sure you hit the strange device and you get your balefire. You could just exit to login if you want to save a TP scroll, especially at the league start. That'll save you a lot of time. But since this isn't league start, I have quite a bit of an extra amount of time here. There are extra town portals, that is. Sorry, I'm not very good at multitasking apparently. Because I forgot to get my flasks. And I need to get my quicksilvers from the other character. But we'll do that after we're done recording the video. Ideally, you're going to want to have quicksilver flasks just to increase your movement speed. That's going to be a big limiting factor when you're leveling. There are boots, the 7 steps. I think it's a 50% increase to your movement speed, which I highly recommend for leveling if you have money to get them. They're usually pretty expensive. I think for this league they're like an exalt. But realistically, after like the league levels out a bit, their price is pretty much the same. So you can generally buy them and then instantly level your character and then come back and just continue on. And I might actually die because I don't have flasks. Oh wow. Yeah, I need to get flasks. Jeez, I really need flasks. This is rough. Okay, there we go.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, let's get flasks. I don't want to die. If you're playing hardcore, you really need to make sure your flasks are up to date. Actually rolling them too with currency wouldn't be a terrible idea. Oh, I didn't even turn that in. I'll have to go back and do this. I forgot to turn the all flame in for Act 1. So definitely make sure you do that. Alright, so we've pretty much finished everything up there now. If I'd press the right button here. Chamber of Sins. That's where you're going to get one of your ascendancies done. You're going to get the Balefire Gem. Then you're going to go up here. You can go to the Broken Bridge. You're going to get your amulet from killing the bandit, or if you're going to help him, you'll do the other bandits over here first, then come back. Your last ascendancy's here. If your character is kind of struggling, what you could do is Chamber of Sins, then to the Crypt, and then up here for the bandit. So when you come through here at the riverways, you're really going to want to have something like a Flame Dash or like this ice movement skill. Anything that can really jump over. So like Whirling Blades isn't going to work. You're going to need like Leap Slam, Flame Dash. And the reason for that is you can go over those and not have to walk around. Because if you're walking around those constantly, that's going to go ahead and it's going to slow you down a lot. Generally, you can just kind of fly through here. You see how the beasts are starting to spawn here now? I generally skip these because they are quite tanky, and in League Start, they can be pretty rough, especially that red one hunting me down there. You're going to want to make sure you get that waypoint. And for the reason is, that waypoint is always directly, or pretty close to being directly, right next to where you'll go up into the wetlands for Oak. So all you have to do is you get that waypoint, you'll know where you have to go to get to Oak. So then you just keep following this road here like I'm doing. Oh, I dashed, I shouldn't have, because now I can't get over that. And this is going to take you back to Lyra in the western forest here. So we'll come down here, and there's a lot of tricks with Path of Exile that you can do, especially for leveling. You'll pick a lot of them up the more you play. There's some extreme racers like Tai Killer. Ziz is another good person to watch. Zizarin. They can show you a lot more than I can when it comes, because they're actual racers, where I generally don't race. But see how we were following the road here, and now there's this one single torch, like this broken road here? So we're going to follow this broken road all the way around like this. Oh, cuts over here. Boy, shrine. Oh boy. I don't know what I got cut on, but I'll take that acceleration shrine. Alright, and then it cuts back over here. Let's level these gems up real quick here, like that. Okay. Come back around into here. Into here's Lyra. Now, I'm going to be killing all the bandits. Yeah, because I don't need this. You're going to want to make sure you know what you're doing with your build. If you are doing a League Start, a Lyra is not a bad option, even if your guide's not calling for it. It's about 20 regrets to fix it later on, But Alira is great because she's going to go ahead and give you that mana regen that you desperately need mana regen anymore. With the latest amount of nerfs, mana can be kind of a problem, especially if you're running a 6-link like I am. But League Start, you're not going to have a problem with the 6-link. But either way, you're going to want Alira because she'll give you resistances as well. You can skip it, that way you don't have to respec. That's usually what I do, but Alira is not a bad option. Once you kill Alira, you're going to run back down onto the road and just keep following it all the way down until you get to the boss at the end here. And then we'll just keep killing this boss. Oh, that hurt actually. I need to start getting life, but what fun is that on softcore? You gotta get all the damage, right? Alright, so you make sure you kill him, pick up his item, click it on that stone right there. That'll open a path back up to Act 1, which really doesn't matter, but it's just kind of for the story. But either way, you're going to want to make sure you do that because that is a skill point. From there, you're going to try to cut to the right like I'm doing, the bottom right or whatever. Just cut to the right as soon as you can, depending on what your map layout looks like. And what we're going to do here is we're going to follow this back up towards the direction we came in at. So we came in at like the top right or top leftish of the map. So we're going to follow this and just go all the way to the top of the map. And now you see how we're starting to get spider webs? It means you're getting closer. Just keep following it around. Eventually it's going to bend up in and then you're going to be able to see it. And right here's the Weaver's Chamber. Alright. Weaver's Chamber, I found the best thing to do is just immediately cut down like this to the bottom left. There's a couple map layouts where there's a little connector like that, and if you don't do it, you're going to go all the way off to the right here, and it's going to be awful because it'll come to a complete dead end, and it was completely worth for nothing except for experience and maybe loot. So if you're trying to get through here as fast as you can, generally I cut to the bottom left like that immediately. Watch, I'm going to get one of the ones where that doesn't actually work. But I still highly recommend it. Most of my playthroughs I do it. Actually, every playthrough I do it. And it generally works out pretty well for me. Man, ever since I got this computer, it's so hot up in my computer room here, man. I used to do a really weird setup with moonlight in my MacBook. So I'd have my computer down in the basement where it's nice and cool and stream up to my MacBook. And then from there, it would just be real nice because, well, I mean, it's downstairs, all the heat's generating in the basement. That's always cool anyways. So now that we're in the Weaver's Chamber, you're just going to try to not die and kill all these things. So the Weaver, pretty easy, lots of adds. Ow. Does do quite a bit of damage if you're not speccing like you should, where you're not getting any survivability and you're just going pure damage. Like I said, this isn't really a build to showcase the leveling. It's super not optimized for leveling. It's just kind of one of those things of, screw it, let's get all the damage and see what happens. And it's pretty much dead. Alright, get the Malagaro spike. We can go back to town. Again, if you want to, what you could do is exit to the character selection screen, and then log back in, and I'll take you straight back to town. But not League Start, I got extra portals, so it's fine. So we're gonna go back to the riverways, and like I was saying, you see how there's another broken path here? You can pretty much follow this, and it should take you right back out. Am I following still? Yeah, should take you right back out to the wetlands, which has oak. Yep, here it is. Usually it's straight out, but it's not always the case. So following that path can actually save you some time. Of course, you could always gamble it and go straight out and hope you're right. Okay, so now we're in the wetlands. You have to identify where the start of Oak's thing is, which is something I've never done. I don't think I've ever guessed it right. I've always gone the wrong way and had to walk the whole way around. Again, I'm killing bandits because if you kill all the bandits, you'll get +2 skill points. But like I said, Alira probably isn't that bad. I don't really know of many builds that'll help Oak or the other guy. Pretty much help Alira or take 2 skill points. Seems to be the meta thing. But at the end of the day, I really don't think it's too big of a deal. Play the game the way you want. Have some fun with it. Alright, get Oak's amulet. Hop out of here.
This land has no time for avaricious little despots like you, Oak.
So this one can kind of bite you in the butt, but as soon as you get with Oak, I kind of just go straight like this. And sometimes you'll get it, right? If you're going to get the 2 bandits, what you could do is you keep continuing on there. But I'm actually going to go back and get the 2 skill points for killing the bandits. Whenever you come back to do these skill points, it's also important you go back to Act 1. If you remember when we were down where Alira was, we killed that guy, got his item, put it in the wall. Come back, talk to this guy, and you'll get your skill point for that. Even though you did everything in Act 2, the skill point for you is still given in Act 1. And put my skill points in real quick. Is it the modifier? Yeah. Who needs life? Just get all the damage. All the damage for things. Alrighty here. This is a place that I actually don't have any tips for. Oh my god, as you can see, I have no idea where I'm going in here. Vol runes, I'm pretty much always lost. So, best of luck through here. I'm sure Tai Killer or Zizaran or any of the racers could tell you exactly how to get through here. But I've never memorized these map layouts, and I'm not aware of really any tricks for them. I'm sure there are. GGG really seems to like putting those in. One of the ones that I never actually realized was in Act... was it 7? Which act is that? Act 8, maybe. I think it's Act 8. When you're going through one of the cities there's a bunch of dead bodies on the doors. Just leaning up against like where the doorway is on the sides. Well, if you follow those dead bodies, that'll take you straight out. And that'll be exactly how you get where you need to go. Oh, I had a tickle in my throat. Got a drink, hopefully that helps. But anyways, picking up on like the little things like that can definitely help. I'm really excited with Path of Exile 2. I really hope they continue going down that route of giving you like tips and clues. Like the Alira one with the torch. That saves you so much time. I mean, realistically, you could avoid that and then just run around like the one side and hope you pick the Alira side. If you got like the spider side, then you would kill spider, go kill the guy at the end of the road, and then go find Alira. But I think with that torch, it's much faster. So essentially this is what you're looking for, that ancient orb. Click it. Move through. Unleash darkness on the world. And continue on your way. That's a big point. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go down into here, get that waypoint. Realistically, you don't have to get that waypoint, but especially at league start, sometimes the servers can be kind of garbage. Disconnects, stuff like that happens. I really do not want to go back again. I hate going through that place. So I grab that waypoint just in case, you know, servers crash, I disconnect. Since, you know, I got world-class internet out here in rural America. It means I don't have to redo it. It's perfect. It's not hard. It doesn't take that much time. I would rather get that and just save some time, really. Shit.
Fairyland learns to heed my demands.
Oh, I really need to go get those flasks. We'll find. We'll get them eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get them. We'll get them in Act 3. So you're going to avoid the thicket. You'll go into the caverns, and it's going to look like this every time, pretty much. The thicket really doesn't have anything that important for you. So realistically, if you're following the way I'm going, you're going to have everything you need out of Act 2 here. You're going to have all your skill points, and you'll have the quest complete. Sure, there's some extra things you can do, like the White Beast, but I really don't think they're worth the time unless you're a completionist and you just want to do them for the content. Generally, when I'm doing like the leveling like this, I'm just trying to get through it as fast as I can now. Realistically, also, you should not be killing that guy. You should be trying to just stay within like the level ranges. And ideally, you can mostly do that by just killing the blue monsters in big packs, like when they pack up like that. These bears, probably not worth killing. They're pretty tanky. Oh, I can wear a Barrett's ring. That should be good. That'll give me more damage. So this ring's just nice for me because it'll spread my shock and ignites nearby enemies when they die. Make sure you get the waypoint. It's also a crafting recipe backed by that waypoint that you should be able to click if it's your first time coming through. So this you can kind of think of a pyramid. Because it pretty much, actually I think it actually is. But essentially the way it works is when you come in at one side, let's say you come in like the bottom right. So the exit should be in the top left then. But again, it's just all about trying to get there. What was that? 22 for Praxis. Not there either. I don't think the first level really follows that rule. I think it's the ancient pyramid that does. So let's see. Alright, so it looks like we are bottom right, which means if I go top left, that should be there. Alright, top left, here it is. Let's see where we are. Looks like bottom. Oh, I'll take a fusing. Maybe if I can pick it up. There we go. Alright, so there's a red beast up there. I really don't want to deal with him. I need to dash, please. Oh, I'm gonna die. I feel like that dash just was not going. But, what it is, what it is. That's why I play softcore. That way I can do the stupid things like that. Anyways, should be top left since we came in bottom right. Alright, so now we're top left, so I think it's top left, so it should be bottom right. Close enough. And up here for the boss fight. Now if you're clicking this altar and nothing's happening, it means A, if you decided to choose to kill all the bandits, you didn't talk to the guy in town to go ahead and get that. It's really important that you do that because you're not going to be able to interact with this. If you didn't kill all the bandits, it means you didn't go back and talk to the bandit you decided to help, and they'll give you the item you need as well. So if you can't do that, check what you did with your bandits. It's probably what the problem is. I really need better flasks for mana. Alright, so right here, if you're really racing, you could log out and log back in and it'll give you the Act 3. I found if you stand here by doing this, it also will not open the door, except for it did that time. So if you stand back where you killed them, run back over, the door should open. And that's it. That's how you do Act 2. It's pretty easy once you get it down packed here.